phone's... So this is going to be part 2. So welcome back to Deep Thoughts While Driving. Thought for the day is school events. And it's part 2 because my phone's doing weird things and I ended up accidentally stopping the video. So anyhow, yeah, if my kid's going to Purdon Lake. So I can't be there. But I can make sure he's got everything he needs to go. And, support the kids that way. You gotta do what you can to support your kids when they want to do stuff. And for the most part, just all it takes to be considered a good parent. Here's the secret. Show up. Show up. Simple. I didn't get really much sleep last night. I really could have used just rolling over, going back to bed. But instead I got up with the wife and we took our son to school. And then we went to Timmy's, grabbed the coffee and the bagel kind of thing, and headed back, and we were there for the sports day. I'm wearing my jean jacket and a hoodie and a t-shirt and a tank top because the wind was so cold, like it's like humid out there kind of thing, right? It wants to rain, but it didn't. But the wind blowing was so kind of damp and cold, it was blowing right through everything. I was freezing my butt off, but it stayed. So I could have wimped out. I could have said, enough's enough. Could have gone home, could have gone back to bed. Probably should have. I'm running on about went to bed about 12:30. I read till about 2. Got up at 7. So I'm running on about, no, it wasn't 7. It's 6:45. So 4.5, maybe 5 hours sleep. Not very restful at all. I was tossing and turning all night. And my wife got even less sleep. When I came down this morning, she was on the couch because she slept. Ooh, some kind of big accident. She fell asleep about 1, woke up at 3 with having an acid attack. Went downstairs to sit on the couch so she wouldn't wake me up, and ended up passing out sitting on the couch, sitting up. Yeah, but I mean, she's got maybe 3 hours, 3.5 hours, 4 hours max sleep. But still, we were there for the sports day, and it was only going till like noon, and then they had to lunch, and then they were gonna do whatever else, and then but the last 45 minutes to an hour, that's when most of the other parents actually showed up for the sports day, when everything's winding down. What's the point of doing that? I mean, really, if you're gonna be there for the beginning. Watch them when they're all full of energy and all having fun, and then when they get to the end of the sports day and start getting tired, you can cheer them on and give them that positive energy to keep going. That's the idea. But whatever. That's the priority of other parents. My wife and I, we believe you be there, you show up, whatever it is. I mean, the one thing was reading. Sit down and read with your kids. And parents, if you can't come, maybe the parents who can come, read a book with your kid, and then maybe read a book with someone else's kid who's the parent can't be there. Well, my son had both of his parents show up. So that being the case, I read to my son. Well, my wife read to somebody else, another little child whose parent wasn't there. And then my wife read to my son. Well, I read to somebody else's kid. Kind of switched off. So we got to get a story read to him by mom and by dad. And 2 other kids who didn't have anybody there and was waiting for the teacher to read something to them, kind of thing, had someone read to them. It was kind of like, I read, you read, you read to help the kids learn how to read, but also, story time fun kind of thing, which was cool. But I can understand some parents can't. participate. But I'm thinking, if you can't participate and your kid's going to be there by themselves, wouldn't it be better to have them at home with a babysitter or something? You know, because then they feel left out. Because the kids that my wife and I both read to, they were so appreciative of us reading to them. I mean, the little girl I read to, I got a great big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, and she was so happy because Mommy couldn't be there because Mommy had to work, and Mommy showed up. And this girl's wrapped around me, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. Your kid's attacking me." Mommy, Keelan's dad was so nice. He read a story to me. We read together. Da 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 da. She's like, "Oh, thank you very much." And the mom gave me a hug. You know, being very appreciative because she tried to get off of work in time to get there, but it didn't happen, so she ended up showing up late. She showed up late, but you know what? She showed up, and that's what counts. So, you know, they kind of had the last 20 minutes, you know, mother-daughter time, you know, reading, whatever, and that's cool. But, hey, Mom still showed up. She did the best she could, and she showed up, and that's what counts. So, yeah, whenever you can, do that extra bit for your kid, because that's the memories that they're going to keep, and that's what's important. So yeah, I'm at work. It's a two-parter, but I didn't mean it to be that long, but hey, whatever works. Alrighty, I'm here. Everybody have a good one, take it easy, and catch you next time.